What's up, folks? I can't stay over there. I can't stay over there on Mangoes. Mr. Canada is just gaslighting. He's not answering the questions. He's not answering the questions, folks. He's not going to answer any question. He's gaslighting. He's deflecting. And nothing's going to get accomplished. This is a ping pong. They're just hitting the ball back and forth. So I said to myself, I have to go live. I have to go live. Yeah. I said, I have to go live, folks. You know why? What's the point? I need to be heard. The mouthpiece needs to talk about this. And I've been saying from day one, when I came on the Boyd 3 years ago, this guy, Mr. Canada, that's what I call him, he was always a douchebag towards the Bergs. He was always a douchebag. And I told everybody, this guy's a scumbag. He would troll and dox me and do all sorts of shady shit. And now he's turned out to be quite possibly the biggest scammer in the history of the bottom of YouTube. Certainly he's way worse than Elbow or anybody else. I mean, that's really the bottom line. Elbow is a saint compared to this guy. This guy is a scumbag. And I've been saying that from day one. Okay? But you can't even be over there. He's not answering any questions. He's deflecting. He's not giving any receipts. He's not showing anything. He's got his lapdog Jinx in there now because they're both from Canada. Okay? So now I never thought Jinx was going to turn into a lapdog like that. That's pretty bad. His other lapdog is Satan. Trish. Where is she, huh? She's gone. Okay? So, Mr. Canada is just going to keep on deflecting. He's gaslighting. He's not answering any questions. Just show the receipts. It's very easy. Very easy to do. Gaslighting definition. Gaslighting. Manipulation by psychological means into questioning someone's own sanity. That's what he's doing. He's turning everything around, folks. He's turning everything around. And he's playing, and he's actually saying, I'm the victim here. Okay? If you really listen to it, James Dean, he's turning everything around. So now he's the victim. Even though he allegedly stole $30,000. But now he's the victim. He's been going too long there, Mangoes, man. Go in there. Someone go in there and get Carl the Cuck. Get Carl the Cuck in here. Get HVAC. Get Jill with 2 L's. Get Tiger Kitty. The Bergs is on, man. I can't wait all night for these people. Mangoes has already been on for 4 hours. Sorry. You can't monopolize the whole night. This is the Bergs I am the show, okay? I could go up on that panel right now and just decimate everybody. Decimate Mr. Canada. But I'm not going to do it because what's the point? I would just get booted. So the bottom line is this, folks. What are we talking about here? We're talking about deflecting. We're talking about gaslighting. We're talking about 55s, thumbs ups. The bottom line is this. How can you even listen to that anymore? Just his accent alone. When I hear that guy talk, that Canadian accent, when I hear him talk, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I just cannot listen to that guy. God. And I've been saying that from day one. This guy is a scumbag. No one listened to the Bergs. Now, the chickens are coming home to roost. And he's getting it from all angles. And he thinks this is just going to go away. It's not. It doesn't look like it's going to go away. Because if you steal 30 grand from your own community with money that you say you're going to allocate to St. Jude's, boys and girls with cancer, you don't steal from the kids. You don't steal from anybody, especially the kids with cancer. And let's just face the facts. A lot of these kids don't make it. Okay? There's nothing worse than having a scam. And I remember the whole thing. He used Elvis as bait. When Elvis quit his job as a trucker in December of 2018, and Elvis was going live every night, making all sorts of Norm F money. Then all of a sudden, he said to himself, you know what? I see a good scam here. I'm going to go live every night. When Elbow's live, I'm going to stream him. And instead of giving Elbow, give it to me, and then I'll give it to St. Jude's. And he had like the St. Jude's ticker on the screen, all the fancy stuff. Oh, yeah. This was an elaborate scheme. And everyone's got the videos and the screenshots, I'm sure. This guy could really, he really should go to jail. You're stealing 30 grand. Okay? Or repay the money to the people. Or donate it all to St. Jude's. But the bottom line is, he doesn't have the money left. He bought all sorts of toys. He bought that fancy gamer chair. Who knows how much those things are? He bought a green screen. He bought those Star Wars helmets. Those things aren't cheap. He probably bought a new computer system, everything. Come on. That's a lot of money, man. He probably paid off some of his lapdogs. You know? 500 here, 500 there. And he kept all the rest. But, you see, what is great in this world is this. Other than the legal system and the courts and the police, there's something called karma. It's the universe. It's the universal police. It's called karma. You put enough negative karma out there, folks, it comes back to bite you. and the chickens will come home to roost. Now you go in there right now, and you guys get the heavy hitters in here. You know what I'm saying, Pepsi? Get the people in here. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of listening to the same old crap in there. They're not getting anything accomplished. Okay? They're just talking. Everyone's talking over everyone. What's the point? So, if anything, where's that $7,000 that Stellar gave? Pay him back at least. You know? I don't know why anybody would give him even 7 cents. Okay? That's what the BERGS gets. Penny trolls. And that's what that guy should get. Penny trolls. I don't know how he's able to make that kind of money. But his career here on YouTube is over. It's over. He's already shut down his radio station. The Patreon page says it's going to be shut down at the end of the month. He'll have his few little lapdogs that will stand by him. The people who've drank the Kool-Aid. You know, he's almost like a cult leader to these people. I never understood it. I never understood what people saw in this guy. He always was a creepy dude, a weirdo, and just really an all-around douchebag. But for whatever reason, there's certain people, there were a lot of people, who just drank his Kool-Aid. I mean, even Lindy said, "Oh, I love you." I love you? Why would anyone love that thing? Are you kidding me? So I stand with Stellar. I didn't really like Stellar. Now, I don't even know him. But he used to talk smack about the BERGS. When he was another one who was drinking all of Mr. Canada's Kool-Aid. I guess Stellar made a lot of money, or he came from money. I don't know. I don't know how someone can send $7,000. That's a lot of money. But some people have money and some don't. I don't. I'm broke. Some people have money. Some people got it. Yeah. Mango's got 300 people in there, man. Hey, Mangos, do me a favor. Get some of those people in here. Give me a taste. Come on. It's Saturday night. The BERGS needs a little loving too. Hey, Lonely Ape, man. Go in there and tell Carl the Cuck to come in here. Tell Carl the Cuck to come in here. Hey, James Dean, can you go tell Carl the Cuck to come in here at least? Tell some of those people to come in here. Say, hey, man, the BERGS is live. Because, come on, Mangoes, you've been live for 4 hours. It's time for me to get a little love. You know? Now, I'm not doing the Mr. Miyagi impression. I've done it 15 times for you. You want me to do the Mr. Miyagi impression? Why don't you go into G Mangoes and tell HVAC, tell Carl the Cuck, and a few other people to come in here. Because you know what? Pepsi OG. I told him to change his name to Pepsi. He'll get bored of it after a couple weeks. He always goes back to whiskey. I mean, this guy is really a true scumbag, man. Not Pepsi. Mr. Canada. I mean, the deflection, deflecting, and he's turning around where now he's the victim. You know? Come on. How stupid do you think we are, man? Just, you know what? Just crawl back into your little hole. Nobody wants you around. Nobody likes you except for your little lapdogs. You're not a likable person. You're a creep who stole $30,000 allegedly from kids. You're a creep. Nobody likes you. Go crawl back in your little hole. Just like your hooker woman. You haven't seen her in a while, have you? Nobody wants you around here, man. Don't you get it? You're just deflecting. You're deflecting. You're deflecting. Deflection 101. I just like this. Why? Deflecting, deflecting, deflecting. Deflecting, deflecting, deflecting. What's the point of watching that mess? He's not answering the questions. Can you go live on a three-way with PayPal? No. Because you're just spinning your own narrative. You're doing this. You're doing that. That's called gaslighting, folks. It's called gaslighting. I can't take this anymore. Deflecting.
About the $5,000 loan, that's
Wow. Well, I don't think any of those people are going to leave. They're all in there. What a joke. You got the never-ending van build going on with the never-ending Rancho cooking stadium, never-ending perversion. And now you got the never-ending gaslighting by Mr. Canada, never-ending deflecting. What a joke. I got Berg, man. Berg me up, folks. I got Berged. I got Berg by the mangoes, man. Just turned into a mangathon, a mangatron. I got Berg. He's going all night. Yeah, spread the love around. $300 people. You can't. I can't compete with that. Rancho Cooking Stadium.
self-quarantine due to
243 people. These people. Herman O. Munster, live now for 8 hours. You can't compete with these people, folks. You can't. You can't compete. I got Berged. All my people who show me love are in there right now on mangoes. So one of you people right now, I can't go a whole Saturday night. Somebody show the Bergs some love. And I'll just shut it down for the night. Because you know what? I'm really in a lose-lose situation for this night. It's a blown opportunity. It's a blown night. It's a waste of a night. Where are the people? Deflecting. Because you know what? What's the point? I got Berged. By everybody tonight. Never-ending van build by those scammers. And Mangoes has the never-ending deflector on there. I stand with Stellar. Pay the man his money back. Then again, he was pretty stupid to give him money in the first place. I don't know why anybody would give that scumbag money. And let me tell you something, Mr. Canada. Your days on YouTube are over. I mean, you'll still hang around. You got nothing else better to do. But Man, the walls are closing in. That's what it appears like. I mean, your performance, if I was a school teacher and I had to grade that, that's an F. That's not even a D minus or a D or a D plus or C minus. That's an F. That's the poorest performance I've ever seen. And you are really, really bad at gaslighting. It's really obvious. You are a poor gaslighter, very poor manipulator. You don't know anything about Scientology. You don't know anything about coming up to present time. Man, I would school you any day of the week, son. Yo, it's about time someone came in here from Mangoes. He's hogging up the whole YouTube tonight. 300 suckers in there. How can you listen to Mr. Cuckboy? How can anybody listen to Mr. Cuckboy just spewing lie after lie and, gaslighting and deflecting, not answering the questions? Mr. $1 Man. Well, I think he's going to be so Mr. $1 Man came through, right? I think he's going to be singing them prison blues, huh? Mr. Cuck, boy. I think you're going to look good in orange. And maybe if you are a good prisoner, Mr. $1 Man, Mr. HVAC, might put $1 a week on your commissary so you can get a couple packs of ramen noodles. But you won't be able to smoke in prison. So you better start weaning off those cigarettes right now. You know what I'm saying, brother? Your new name ain't gonna be your name. It's gonna be your prison number. It's gonna be something like 5471249. You're not going to be able to bring those Star Wars helmets into jail. I don't know what Canadian prisons are like. This is probably some prison time here, folks. Know what I'm saying? You guys live in Canada. I don't know what it's like up there. But it seems like they got a case. Now, you might get off with some probation. Maybe you just have to pay some fines. You got to pay some people back. You might get off with that. I don't know. But let me tell you something here, folks. Your YouTube career is over. As Jim Morrison from The Doors said, waiting till the war is over and we're both a little older. The unknown soldier. The war is over. The war's not over, Mr. Cuckboy. The war's on. Quinn with 2 N's. Where's he at? Italian around the world. Pennywise. What's going on, brother? Now, we're talking about a lot of deflecting going on there by Mr. Cuckboy. A lot of deflection. A lot of gaslighting. He's not answering any questions. He's trying to spin his own narrative. Create a new tangled web. He's trying to answer in a question with a question. He's not answering anything. He's 57 years old, and Pennywise asked him a really basic question. Did you Did you show your tax forms? Was this a write-off, a tax write-off? Or did you have to pay taxes on that money? You can't just get $30,000, folks, and not pay any taxes on it. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean you're not allowed here? First off, Mangoes, man, he's hogging it tonight. Over 300 people for 4 hours. The love has to be spread around, folks. You think you're doing a drive-by in here, Jill with 2 L's. You are sadly mistaken. And then you got Herman O. Munster doing the Rancho Kitchen Stadium, and they've been on for 8 hours. You people, these people are monopolizing the Boyd, because let's face it, the same people who watch the Bergs watch these people. So maybe it was my fault. It was bad timing. Maybe I came on a little bit too late. Well, you were asking a lot of pertinent questions, Pennywise. A lot of common sense questions. And Mr. Cuckboy wasn't answering anything. He was deflecting. He was saying, oh, I don't know what a W-2 is. I don't know what a 1099 is. I don't know what a tax form is. I don't know anything. I don't know anything, folks. Well, Quinn with 2 N's knows. Quinn with 2 N's is coming after you, Mr. Cuckboy, the mighty Quinn. From what I heard, someone gave him a 12-pack of Steel Reserve and a bus ticket up to British Columbia. I heard he's coming after you. That's just what I heard. He didn't skirt the issue. He didn't answer any questions. And he's trying to gaslight people. But he doesn't understand the Bergs is the king of gaslighting. And I can spot a good gaslighter and a bad gaslighter. I'm an excellent gaslighter. This guy's a terrible gaslighter. What is gaslighting?
Here's the definition of gaslight. Manipulate someone by psychological means into questioning their own sanity.
Yeah. He's manipulating people by psychological means into questioning their own sanity. I mean, he's saying, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? That didn't happen. You guys are crazy. And then he's trying to, but see, it's too late. It's too late. It's too late for that. It's too late for that. If you did a poll out of like 5,000 people on here, did Mr. Cuckboy steal that money? Yes or no? It'd probably be like 99.9%, 99.2%. You'd have your regular suspects, the lapdogs of Satan. You know, I didn't know that Jinx was one. I know she's a fellow Canadian, but HVAC's a fellow Canadian. And I know, Coach, I think, is a Canadian. Certainly Ward S. And I don't think that they would be lapdogs for him. And I don't know. I mean, this guy's just a liar. He's a liar. I've been saying for 3 years, man, this guy, as soon as I came into this community, he was a douchebag from the beginning. He was a troller, major doxer, major troller, and just really just an all-around scumbag weirdo. And I never understood why people worship this guy. I never understood why people treated him like a god. It was very weird. Oh, Sorry about that. Coaches from Houston. And Coach, I know you're from Houston. Sorry about that with your Astros, but you know they're all cheaters. You know they cheated in 2017, 18, and 19. They were wearing buzzers last year. You know it. And this story's not going to die. The Houston Astros, because I know Coach is a Houston Astro fan. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into the Astros tonight, except they're a bunch of scumbag cheaters. Just like Mr. Cuckboy. Now, I want to see 55s. I want to see thumbs ups. I want to see. Because I've been held back tonight. I've been held back by Herman, the man with the wig. No, I don't care if you guys won. It was tainted. It was tainted, folks. It was tainted. You guys are cheaters, man. And let me tell you, that championship will be taken away. And let me tell you something, Coach. The players, because I'm 46 years old, I've been following baseball for 40 years. Those players will be policed by the other players. Every time Bregman comes up to bat, Correa, Springer, Altuve, all those scumbags, Yuli, Gurriel, Josh Reddick, all of them. They're all going to be hit. There's going to be, it's going to be fun. Oh, it's going to be fun, Coach. There's going to be so many brawls this year. Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be must-see TV. You can count on that. And if I were the pitchers, okay, since the players were never reprimanded, I would just throw at them and just break their hands or break so they're on the fucking disabled list for 3 months. You know, throw at Springer's head, throw at Altuve's shoulders. Josh Bingham, MLB 1999, brother. Wow, I haven't seen you in a while, Joshy boy. Now, I know Josh is a friend with Mr. Canada, but we all know there's something rotten in Denmark when you can't even show receipts, okay? It's very simple. I've been on PayPal, folks, because I do eBay from time to time. So I've had a PayPal account since like the early 2000s. Everything is there. So if you send in money to St. Jude's, it's going to have the BERGS sent $5,000 to St. Jude's or something. Either that or you're going to send what? A cashier's check? I don't know how it works, or check. But you got receipts. You got receipts. It's very easy. Just show the receipts. Okay? If he wants to take out his name and address, which everyone knows. See, what Mr. Canada doesn't realize is if you go back on his channel several months or even a year ago, and you look under the descriptions for his videos or his live streams, he would put all sorts of links, and then he would put, if you want to get a hold of me, my name is blank blank, P.O. Box blank 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 blank, something something, Canada So the address, his address is there, a P.O. box, and his real name. So now he's saying to people, he's saying to Stellar, oh, you're doxing me. No, Mr. Canada, you've been doxing you dox yourself forever. Everyone knows your name. Now, people might not know your physical address, but people know what your name is, what town in Canada you live in, what city, what province. They got it all. The Bergs knows the truth because Carl the Cuck, you know what I'm talking about. Now, if you don't believe me, go to his channel and go down like 6 months to a year ago. Now, I don't know because I heard he's been deleting a lot of videos. I heard through a lot of sources, maybe it was Sparrow's thing, that he's been deleting 40 or 50 videos that had to do with this whole St. Jude's thing, scandal. Let's call it a scandal. Because until we know what happened, maybe we can't call it, maybe let's not call it a scam. An alleged scam, but it definitely is a scandal. Okay? But if you go, like I said, back 6 months ago or a year ago, and you click on, after he would do a live hangout, underneath the link, and if you want to contact me or write me or send me something in the mail, and he has his P.O. box, his name, everything. So he put his own information there. So he self-doxed himself for a long time. So I don't know. He's grasping at straws here, Carl the Cuck, with $10. Joshy Bingham with $19.99. And Mr. HVAC, Mr. $1 man with $1. Salty Dog coming in here. Crazy Cat. HVAC. And Carl the Cuck knows what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about, Carl the Cuck? Because the Bergs speaks the truth. People can say what they want about the Bergs. Oh, he's loud. Oh, he's this. Lives in his mommy's basement. He drinks Bud Light. Tonight. Oh, he's been on panels. Oh, he's said bad words. Everyone has said bad words. But I've never run any charity scams. I've never run any fundraisers. Okay? I don't troll people. I don't dox people. Somebody could give me a list right now of all my haters and say, Bergs, they could email us at Bergs, this is who this person is, this is their name, this is where they live, this is where they work, this is their phone number. And I'd probably just put the email into like another folder and I wouldn't even look at it. I wouldn't follow up on anything because I don't care. I don't care about people's. I'm not just going to call someone, hey, so Kitten Cat, I finally found you, Kitten Cat. Oh, yeah. Wait, I'm talking to Kitten Cat right now, right? I'm not going to, I mean, if someone gave me Kitten Cat's alleged name or phone number, I'm not going to call these. I'm not. That's like a child. That's like a teenage thing. You do that when you're a teenager, okay? You're like pulling a prank on somebody. Well, no, that's not true. There are basements in Washington. A lot of the houses down in Seattle, older houses, or up in Everett, older houses, or Linwood. But here in my town, where we know I've been doxxed, my town is a newer town, which was formed in 1983, and a lot of the houses were kind of built the same way. And maybe some of the houses here have basements, but not really. Because you got to think about it. When you build a house, folks, you gotta dig that foundation. Okay, so you got a normal foundation. We have a crawl space. So like when the Terminex people come, because we had a problem the past couple of years with rats. There's a lot of rats around here. Now they call them Northwest Norwegian rats, and they're some of them can be pretty big because it rains a lot, and then they would escape the rain and they would go underneath our deck in the backyard and find their way into the crawl space underneath the house. The crawl space is like, I don't know, probably, well, I'm 5'11". I don't know what it is, maybe 5 feet tall. So, but they were able to get rid of the rats. But yeah, the bottom line is this. Sometimes, because when you sign up with Terminex, you sign a contract, then they come every 3 months, and then they check the crawl space for rats or other. Oh, yeah. Oh, this past year, we had a major problem with bunny rabbits. The whole area around here, a bunny rabbit infestation. You see them a lot in the spring and the summer. I saw one the other day, actually. But we had a couple dead bunny rabbits, nice size ones, and they were in the crawl space this past summer, folks. And woo! They were stinking up the house. Yeah. Mr. Cuck the rat needs to be Terminex, along with the spider lady, the witty. She needs to be exterminated through Terminex. But the bottom line is this. Those bunny rabbits, we go, what is that smell? That can't be just from a rat. And we called up Terminex. And see, that's the great thing. You sign up with Terminex, and yeah, they come every 3 months. It becomes like a contract. And then they check the crawl space down there. They set the traps. They put bait. They spray around the house and all that. And it is kind of pricey, right? It's like $100 every time they come out here. It's like $150, but they're always on call. So if something happens, like the bunny rabbit problem we had this past summer, you call them up and they're over here the next day, and that's free. You see what I'm saying? So it all kind of evens out. And they pulled out these freaking dead rabbits, man. And these things stunk. All right, Jill with 2 L's. And these bunny rabbits the bunny rabbits were trying to escape the rain or something. And they're big. And we said, how the hell did they get in there? They somehow got in, but they weren't able to get it out. You see? They weren't able to get out. So the bottom line is this. Mr. Cuckboy, you are gaslighting. You are deflecting. You are not showing your receipts. It's very simple. Just show the receipts. But see, he's now caught up in his mind. He's trying to have everyone drink his Kool-Aid. But he only has, man, people are deserting him. He's got a few of his lapdogs left who were probably on his payroll. But you know what? His YouTube career is over. The days of him just firing up hangouts and saying, light me up like a Christmas tree. That's where I got that from. He said it. He turned in, he was the biggest anti-e-beggar going after Elbow. And then he said, you know what? It's better on the other side. And he became the biggest e-beggar. And if this St. Jude scandal, alleged scam, is true, the biggest scam perpetrated in the history of the bottom of YouTube, by far, when you're talking about 30,000, I've heard up to 50,000. That's a year's salary for a lot of people. Okay? So this guy was just raking in the money. And in my opinion, I don't think he ever made one payment. I think that payment that he showed was doctored. Okay? That's my opinion. All this is all commentary, and these are all opinions of me. Because I am the Bergs. This is the Bergs News Network. I am an analyst. I am a field reporter. That's the bottom line. This is all my opinions, but they're judging by the side chat over there on Mangoes. They were everybody's opinions, except for maybe one or two people. And those lapdogs were on there. But you know what? They're probably being paid off. Cash. Money talks. Money talks, folks. Mr. $1 Man. Mr. HVAC Man. Mr. $1 man. $1, man. $1 man. The HVAC man is the $1 man. I'm just sitting here singing them Canadian prison blues. I'm just sitting here singing the Canadian prison blues. Oh, Mr. Cuck boy, you better stop smoking now, 'cause you ain't gonna be allowed to smoke in prison. Smoke in prison. That's the bottom line, folks. Hey, Mr. Cuck boy, you're going to look good in orange, brother. You better put your soap on a rope, because when you in there taking a shower, you drop that soap and you bend over, oh, you might have a big bull, Brahma bull, like Elbow. And Elbow might make you his lady friend. And maybe if you a real good boy, Mr. HVAC will put $1 on your commissary every week so you can get you a couple ramen noodle soups. You know what I'm saying, Big Bubba? I'm just sitting here singing the Canadian prison blues. I'm just sitting here singing the Canadian prison blues. Those Royal Canadian Mounties are gonna come to your house and they're gonna put you in the back seat. They're gonna put you in jail. Where you gonna rot? Where you gonna rot? Where you gonna rot? You going to the big house. You going to the big house blues. Mr. $1 Man. HVAC. You haven't reached your quota yet for the night. Time 55, folks. Give me a thumbs up. Time 55, babies. You haven't reached your quota yet. You didn't reach your quota, baby. It's a law now. It's a law. It's a law of the land, Bubba. You got to reach your quota every day with the Burgie Boy. $2 a day keeps the doctor away. $7K, folks. It's more like $30K. Show them receipts, cuck. Show them receipts. $1 Man. No more deflection. No more gaslighting. Gaslighting. And always remember this, folks. Always remember this. The cover-up is always worse than the crime itself. So remember that, folks. The cover-up is always worse than the crime. Because let me tell you something, Mr. Cuck Boy. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free, Mr. Cuck. Why don't you and Mr. Stellar go and both take lie detector tests? Because you, Mr. Cuck, you are filled with deception. Your needle will be flowing. Major flowage on that polygraph machine, where Stellar is just going to be just straight, just no deception at all. You're right, though, but he could be a sociopath, but I think it still works on sociopaths. No more deflection. No more gaslighting. The truth will set you free. Your numbers are going to fall. And always remember this, Mr. Cuck. If you truly did have a heart transplant, all this is not good for your health. This stress is not good for your health. And that's why I do not believe, in my educated opinion, I do not believe that you had a heart transplant. Because what person in their right mind, because that's like one of the most risky operations. A lot of times within a year, the heart fails and then the person dies. That's just the bottom line. So, in my opinion, you probably got like a triple bypass or quadruple bypass. That's just my opinion. Because what person in their right mind will get a new heart, a new lease on life? Well, you must have gotten a heart of a huge e-beggar. The person who must have died and given you that heart must have been the biggest e-beggar and scammer in the history of the world. Because you turn from being an anti-e-beggar into he went Augustina, Phantom, what's up? Wolf Dad, Crazy Cat, Augustina, me too. I am in the healthcare field. Heart transplant patients take a lot longer time to recover. Phantom, I have a friend who had a liver transplant. He was in the hospital for 13 weeks. Crazy Cat, Tuck's attempt to discredit Stellar were quite amusing. Yes, they were. Bottom line is this. If you had a heart transplant, the last thing you're going to want to do when you get home is go on the computer all night, every night, doing hangouts and doing begathons and making tons of money. I mean, you get free health care up there in Canada anyway. You said you worked at a company for 30 years. You seem like you're a man of means. You have a pension, retirement. Why would you even need to become the biggest e-beggar of all time and the biggest scammer of all time? And why would you want to do that to your body? Okay? Because you would think that you would want to come home and just rest and just chill for like a year. And you just get off YouTube or come on every now and then. You're hitting it hard. That's why I think you probably had a bypass or something. And let's see. Also, yeah, you used to go live at the hospital to elicit sympathy. Everyone go, oh, poor Mr. Cuck boy, because all your people there drinking your Kool-Aid back then, send you tons of money. I remember you must have made $1,000 every time you turned on your computer when you're in the hospital. What a joke. That's right, but I'm a machine. The Bergs can do it. I'm built like a tank, Ford tough. But it is tough. It is tough to come up every day when you're going up against somebody like Herman O. Munster, who's doing a never-ending van scam build, and then who's 8 hours deep right now into a stupid Rancho Kitchen Stadium. I don't know. The people who watch Herman must be brain dead to just watch them sitting by a fire. It's just a bunch of dudes, two dudes sitting by a fire. Herman's a man with a wig, as Quinn with two ends. I'm Quinn with two ends would say. It's like a scene out of Brokeback Mountain. They're drunk. They're sitting by a fire. Their bellies are filled with food. It's like a scene out of Brokeback Mountain with Herman and Elbow. It's hard on the Bergs to try to come up night after night and compete with these people. Now, Mangoes went live tonight. I don't think he thought his hangout was going to turn into over 300 plus people. So, but the Bergs still had something to say too. So I came on, folks, and I said what I needed to say. I got shown a little bit of love, so I appreciate it. I'm going to go back over there Yeah, I need to start a bonfire. So I'm gonna chill out, folks, and I'll see you tomorrow night. I'm gonna start coming on at different times. I'm gonna start coming on earlier in the day because I wind up running into I'm competing with a lot of people, and a lot of these people who are sub to me are sub to all these other people who go live. So it's hard to bring in the numbers. See, if Herman wasn't alive right now and Mangoes, I'd probably have 200 to 300 people in here. So, okay, folks, take it easy. Yeah, I'm on the Pacific time zone also. Seattle, Washington area. Prime time, I got to start coming on earlier. All right, folks, $2 man. I'll see you later. Two dudes sitting by a fire. It's like Brokeback Mountain, folks. It's like Brokeback Mountain. You guys know it. The shit shack, the shine shack. It's all the rancho is just a bunch of perversion. A bunch of perversion, folks. Later.